Alright, so now let's go ahead and shoot the fireballs. Right now when we get the fireball power up, it just shoots one fireball. Let's make it so it shoots 3 at a time. So let's go to spaceship and let's go down to shoot fireball and let's open that up. And let's go ahead and copy this a few times. So shoot fireball, and let's add one more and one more. I'm just holding down Alt and copying it, so we have 3 of them. And let's just change the direction. I've been playing around, so let's do 11 and then 349. So this is just changing the direction of the spawn. And you can always, adjust this as you see fit as well. But now what we're saying is when it spawns a fireball, it's going to shoot one up the middle and then one to the right and one to the right and one to the left. So let's go ahead and see how that looks, and then we can adjust it accordingly. So cool. There we go. So now we have it that it spawns 3. So now if we play this, you can see that you can shoot a ton of bullets before it even, right when you get going. So let's make this a little bit more challenging. I feel like you can fire the bullets way too fast, and then at the very beginning, before anything really happens, you can kind of clear out a big chunk of Space Invaders. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a timer to kind of time, make us wait a second or two before we can start firing. And then we're also going to add an attribute that limits how fast we can fire. So we can't fire this fast, okay? So that we have to wait a little bit. So let's go ahead and go back to your spaceship, and let's go ahead and add a timer. So we're going to drag a timer in, and then wait at the start of game. Let's just rename that wait at the start of a game, and what we're going to do is we're going to say after, let's say 1.5 seconds. Let's do 1.2. So we're going to say after 1.2 seconds, then we can fire. So let's go ahead and drag the fire laser in, like so. And now, when we hit play, you can see that when I press play, then it kind of starts a second or 1.2 seconds after. So it's a nice kind of a little delay, and then you can get going, and then it kind of matches up when they start firing their bullets. And the last thing what we're going to do is we're going to add a timer to limit how fast you can shoot these bullets. Because right now you can fire them off pretty quickly. Let's make that so you can't shoot them as quickly. So let's go back to your scene, and let's add an attribute. And we're going to add a Boolean again. So remember, it's true and false. And let's go ahead and delay shoot, okay, and we'll rename it delay shoot, and it's set to false right now because it's not checked, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back, and let's go back to your actor, and let's go back to your spaceship, and what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the laser, and we're going to add one more condition where it says fire laser. We're going to say when the attribute of, and remember we renamed that delay shoot, when the delay shoot is false, okay, when that is false, it'll shoot. And remember, it starts off at false. However, what we're going to do is after we hit the space bar and it shoots, what we're going to do is we're going to change the attribute. So let's go down to change the attribute and drag it in. So take a look at what we're dealing with here. So when we hit the space bar, it shoots when these two conditions are valid, okay? And then we're also going to change the attribute that same attribute, delay shoot, right? We're going to make that true, okay? So once we shoot it and it starts off at false, it's going to register that variable or that attribute to true. So now it's true and it won't shoot. So if I play it, you know, I can shoot once and that's it, right? But we don't want that. We don't want to just shoot once. So what we need to do is we need to add a timer to reset it to false so that we can shoot. So let's just go back and add a timer. And there's a timer. And this is independent. And let's say every 0.6 seconds, and you can adjust that as you see fit, what we're going to do is we're going to change the attribute. Okay, every 0.6 seconds, we are going to change that daily shoot back to false because we want to register that so that they can shoot again. So that's basically saying every 0.6 seconds it'll switch to false and you'll be able to fire. So now when I play, you can see that if I continually hit the space bar, well, I haven't set it to the fireball yet. This is how fast I can shoot if I'm randomly hitting the space bar, okay, or rapidly hitting the space bar, which makes the game a lot more challenging. Now we have to do the same thing with the fireball. So let's go to the shoot fireball, and let's just do timer. Let's rename that timer that delay shoot timer. Okay, just to be organized. So now what we need to do is we need to do the same thing for the fireballs so that the fireballs, so we can't shoot the fireballs super quickly as well. So we'll go to shoot fireball and we're going to add one more condition, and that condition is going to be the same. We're going to change the attribute to of delay shoot. So when the delay shoot is false, right here, when it is false, we want it to be able to shoot, and then when you shoot, we want to register it to true so that it slows down your shooting. So let's go to change attribute, and we'll put that down here, and we're going to change that attribute delay shoot to true. That way, when we change it to true, we have to wait for that timer to register. After 0.6 seconds, it'll register this back to false, which will enable us to shoot it again. So now let's kind of see how it's working. There we go. And get the power up, right? And so now I can shoot the power ups, but just not as frequently.